Hello, Oak Tree. For anyone who may not know, my name is Carrie Bowden, and I am on staff with Cru. I'm one of the missionaries that your church generously supports through prayers and finances. And I'm on staff with Cru Campus Crusade for Christ, as that was formerly known. And I'm part of the campus ministry here in Sacramento. So our team's role is to reach out to all of the Sacramento College campuses that are in the greater metropolitan area. So we have a really large scope. My husband and I have been on staff for over 3 years now with Cru here in Sacramento. Paul just recently transitioned to affiliate staff, so he works more in a volunteer role, but I am on full-time staff. And my main roles on the team are actually 3 different things. I help to co-lead the movement at Sac State. I help to coach the movement that we have at CRC, Cosumnes River College, a little closer to you guys. And I also help to launch a new movement called Destino at Sac State. In fact, so Destino is a contextualized ministry of Cru that is, it exists to reach the campus to and through Latino students, which is really exciting at Sac State because besides white students, the Latino population is the greatest ethnic population at the campus. And so we know that we've needed it for a long time. So we're really excited to get that started. So anyway, I wanted to just share what's been going on this fall and update you guys and give you some prayer opportunities. This fall has been really, really fun. One of the exciting things at Sac State is that we've actually gathered freshmen. This is something we try to do every single fall and spring, but it is sometimes difficult to do because Sac State is such a commuter school and a lot of students are just coming and going and taking classes. It's hard to get community. So anyway, we didn't gather freshmen very well last fall. I think we had 1 or 2. This fall, we've seen like 10 new freshmen that are consistent and being a part of our movement. So that's really, really exciting. As for CRC, since I'm helping to coach that, we actually have 4 really, really faithful students that come every week. 2 of them we meet with at 9 and 2 we meet with at 10:30 on Mondays. And we are doing a Bible study with them. The 2 students that come at 10:30, what's really exciting is they are Catholic. And this is actually the very first time that they've ever studied the Bible for themselves. So that's been really fun to be a part of them opening up the scriptures for the first time, and we help them find books and chapters and verses. And so it's been really fun to talk about it. We've been going through Ephesians with them, and they're loving it. So you can pray for them. Pray that God continues to open up their hearts and understand the grace that's found in the gospel. And then Destino at Sac State, I am actually starting to meet with a girl named Juliana. So she's a freshman this year, and she just started getting involved in the movement, and she heard about what Destino was and that we were trying to launch it this fall. And so I got connected with her, and she was so excited about potentially helping to start launching that. She's a solid Christian who really loves the Lord and would love to be a part of reaching Latino students like herself. And so what her and I have done, just to kind of like get our feet wet and give her some time to acclimate to being a freshman on campus, is we meet every Wednesday afternoon, and we're reading a book together called Being Latino in Christ. And that has been such a rich time. It's been especially rich, I think, for me, learning about the culture and how Latinos have experienced being in this country. And it's been cool to hear from her personally and how she does relate to the book and what the author says and how she often doesn't, and how the Latino experience is actually extremely unique even from other Latinos. So it's been really educational and really rich. And so something that even Juliana suggested is like potentially inviting some other Latino students that she meets on campus to that time so they can read the book with us, because she's found it to be really personally enlightening for her. And so anyway, we're hoping to do that with more students and see how God grows that group and what it becomes, and either starting with a book study and then doing a Bible study next semester. We'll see. So anyway, it's been really exciting. Something you can be praying for is we actually have an outreach coming up this week on campus. And here I'm recording this video on Monday. You probably won't even see it until after the outreach is over, but I'll let you know what we're doing and how you can maybe pray afterwards. We have something called perspective banners. They're huge banners that we can display on campus, and it gives opportunities for students to stop and share their perspective about who God is, who they believe God is, who Jesus was, the meaning and purpose of life, what they believe about human nature. And so they're great conversation starters. They're hard to miss because they're so big. So we're going to be out this Tuesday and Wednesday, the October 17th and 18th, from 12 to 2, so just a couple hours each day, on campus in the quad. And we're actually going to be giving away testing materials, so Scantrons, number 2 pencils, blue books. So if students want to stop, share their perspective on these things, and then take testing materials. So pray that God would draw the right students that are spiritually interested, that they would be excited about somebody listening to what their perspective is. You can pray that students would be thinking about why they have these perspectives and where they came from, and ultimately if that's good enough. So anyway, just pray that God would be working in students' hearts, that after we have these conversations, that he would still be stirring in them, that they would remember those people on campus that wanted to hear their opinion about life. So yeah, pray that God would draw students and that we would meet new students that want to be potentially a part of Bible studies or a weekly meeting so they can get some of their spiritual questions answered. So anyway, that's what's going on with Cru. It's really fun to share with you. And thanks for praying for us and supporting us in all the ways you do. Thanks, Oak Tree.